Hello Space Engineers, Wellington6012 here, and welcome to a short video just to wrap up the Far From Home series. How's everybody doing? I hope you are good. So yeah, this I've decided I meant to do this actually for Never Surrender, the last series, but didn't really happen. But this one, yes, keen to do it. So a couple of things, just a bit of reminiscing back where it all started. And also, if we just look over here, there is a rather large chocolate fish. Yes, so let's have a bit of a look around. I have done quite a bit of work on it in creative mode, full disclosure, ready for publishing. So it will be published coincided with this video release. And yeah, it's an interesting vessel. It really is. So let's have a bit of a look around. I felt like, one, we needed to finish off the series. It was a bit abrupt last time. I was sort of rushing to get home, as it were. And, you know, it was quite a journey. 25,000 kilometers, plus or minus a bit. And yeah, it was a good journey. I really enjoyed it. Things didn't necessarily work out the way I intended, but then going into it, I never really knew what I intended to do, but certainly not this. I don't think this is what I ended up doing. So yeah, we'll have a look at this as part of the blueprint, and we will then head to Earth, which is that way, and do a couple of what-ifs. So, what ifs I didn't run away in time from the Reavers? Now, I do actually know what happens, and it's not good. But we'll do that. And also just trying to take this into the atmosphere itself. Yeah, so, and then at the end, we might even have a little bit of a preview of the next series that replaces this one. Not the sequel to this one, that just replaces this one. Alright, so let's start off by having a look in here at some of the bits and pieces that I've done. So if we open this door, we are airtight. Super fantastic. Yes, I moved this down here. There's a bit of space here, so I say it's finished, but the vessel's finished, but you know, it still needs quite a bit of filling out with bits and pieces. So if you choose to download this, you can do whatever you want with it. Yes, I put these windows in, so you got a bit of a view out there. And if we go and have a look upstairs, so yeah, it was quite tricky to sort of get all the lines right, but I think they've worked out quite well. It's quite a difficult style for me to do. You know, it's all these angles and things, and yeah. Just on these signs here, I've changed them to, interesting how depending on which side you look at, is I think it reflects, like, yeah, it's a bit weird. So that's actually the SE to image to text converter. So those aren't actually DDS files in the image files. They should show up when you download this. So yeah, I did the same with the chocolate fish here, so people know what it is. And yeah, I just did a bit of a clean up, bit of a tidy up, sort of cleaned out the lockers. I think I cleaned out the lockers. Yes, I cleaned out the lockers. And also the same with the inventory and stuff as well. So let's head down here. You've sort of seen all this before, but this was the only block that leaked because there was a conveyor there. It was one of the new armoured ones, and just the way it is, because I don't think oxygen tanks are airtight. So yeah, that was a bit of a shame. But once I got that, just to put the container in, that solved it. Let's go out here. So that's inside. As I say, lots of room to do other stuff. We'll head down here. And yeah, really happy with how this space ended up. Very cluttered, and yeah, it turned out quite well. So I put in extra walkways and things, so you can see there, and got some ladders and stuff down there as well. Yeah, just really tight and uncomfortable. Hydrogen tanks, so yeah, it all worked out in the end in here. I think the solar panels, yeah, that was something that didn't really work. I probably would have been better off, since every time something came and attacked me, that I never actually sort of folded them away in time. So I probably would have been better off just having some large ones, large grid, and just repair them all the time. I mean, one of the main things you need is silicon, and there was no shortage of that. I was dumping it. So yeah, it is what it is. It was certainly an interesting scenario. I really enjoyed it. It made me think. It was quite challenging with, having just scavenged components. Really tricky at the start there, trying to get the bits and pieces. Yeah, good memories. As I say, it did make me make some interesting decisions, which if I was to repeat, would I do the same things? Not necessarily. Certainly, one of the things I don't regret, but it just was what it was. Reavers were a real pain, just constantly peppering me. It did change the whole way I had to approach it. And in the end, I just ended up running away from them all the time. So in actual fact, I think I would have been better off with light armor. But yeah, then a stray shot could have been bad. Yeah, I did have a look at what a Reaver would do to it early on. I did it off camera. I just tried it, and yeah, it didn't end well. So that's why I was always running away from them. But yeah, a really nice space in here, and yeah, it all sort of worked out well in the end. Yeah, so that's that. I also put in a nice ladder down here. See, some of these things I just wish I'd done earlier, actually. Yeah, there's a whole lot of stuff I wish I'd done earlier. So yeah, put in, sort of recess this back a bit. See, I thought when I did this scenario I would be using more of these sorts of ships, like this, and I mean, the mini pig was just an absolute little legend. I don't know why they turned off. Yeah, it really was just an absolute workhorse, and hardly used this. Now that will change for the next series, Special Delivery. I think that I'm undecided what I'm going to do with Reavers and modular encounters and those sorts of things. Whether I just take it easy or just have a random encounter every now and then, somehow work that out. I don't intend on running away from things. I intend having a lot more resource, and I intend on taking more time. It won't be a sort of deadline type thing. So yeah, I think it'll be, I don't know if relaxed is the right word, but it will be, I will have time to do things. I think that's what I want to do. And I'm not a rushed sort of person. I like to think things through, and yeah, just the Reavers didn't let me do that. So in here, just got a bit of a storage room. I love the storage room, actually. It came out really well. Gonna have to repeat that somewhere else. And then out here, the gunboat here ended up quite cool. And yeah, it was good to, I wish I'd taken that turret off earlier, actually. But yeah, I think that's quite good, having a sort of launch ship like this. I did again have, I envisaged other things at the start of the series, and it didn't quite work out. But certainly next series, Special Delivery, I want to have some sort of decent sized ship that can really, yeah, bigger than this, that can really fill the gap and do the business. So yeah, I've got a few ideas of what I want to do next time, and I think as much as I look back at this scenario, there's nothing I would really change. It was the way it was, but I think next scenario I can learn from some of the things that I did here, and yeah, and I am looking forward to the next scenario. So, but as I say, we'll talk about that at the end. But yeah, so that's that. I I mean, I'll put in some extra thrusters on top just because I thought 3 looked a bit silly.
Energy low.
And yeah, so that's that. So yeah, let's head back to the planet. Now I've got another save of this with I don't know why I'm charging up because I'm just about to close the save. Yeah, I've got another save with this in orbit directly over the planet with 2 Reavers bearing down on it. There are a couple of small grid ones. I can't remember exactly what they are. I think one's a Thrasher and one's something else. And then I've got another save which has got a large grid one. So yeah, let's head there now. And yeah, as I say, this will be blueprinted. Link will be in the description of this video. And yeah, if you want, download it, have a look, dissect it, change it, take it to bits, do whatever you want with it. I encourage that. It's not intended to be downloaded and just used as is. Yeah, I just want people to rip into it and see what they think and how things work. But yeah, we'll be back momentarily. Stand by. Alright, so they're a Reaver and... oh, I know they're Reavers. An Impaler and a Invader. So let's just put the old solar panels away first. And let's see if we can't follow one. That one there maybe. Ooh. Okay. Let's shut the doors. Sort of getting closer. Okay, let's turn on the actually hang on. What I'll do is I'll just make myself invulnerable. Just so we don't die at the wrong time. Purely from the perspective of watching through the camera. Antenna. Let's turn you on. Make it a bit bigger. Yep, they didn't like that. They did not like that. Sorry. Oh, look at that one. Look at that one. Ooh, okay. Oh, they must be targeting the weapons. Back. Oh, I don't know, they're just targeting all sorts of stuff. Ouch. Is that ramming? I think it's ramming. No, turn around. Oh, that's a bit of a hole. That's a bit of a hole, but actually, it's not too bad. Oh gosh. Okay, more. Oh gosh. Oh gosh. Oh, it's hammering the thrusters. What was that? Sort of blew its own thing up. But I don't know, the it's kind of intact at the back. Oh, more. Oh gosh. Oh well, maybe the heavy armor was a good idea. Oh, how did that? Oh, I think it's shooting itself. I don't know. I'll tell you what, it wouldn't take many more defences and it might actually put up a little bit of a fight. What's... Oh, is it aiming for me? No, it's just firing off in strange directions. Maybe it's going for me. Trying to. Ow, 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 ow. Okay. Yeah, it's trying for me. Whoa, okay. That was pretty close. I should go back inside. Oh. Okay, what was that? That was a horrible noise. Oh. It blew itself up. What are you doing? Oh, there's all sorts of horrible noises in here. But I tell you what, that hasn't actually come off too badly. Oh, there's another thing coming there. Oh, okay. That's interesting. So that's actually filled me with a little bit of confidence because okay, it's got the... I mean, look, those guns, those interior turrets have done it sort of all by themselves. I think it wouldn't take many more armaments to actually make a bit of an impact on that, you know, a few rocket launchers here and there. Obviously at the start of the scenario I was very, very short of resources, magnesium in particular, but yeah, I don't think that's necessarily going to be the case in the next... Oh, okay, we'll just see how the berserker's going. Let's try and hook onto it and do this. Berserker. Ooh, okay, it's going. It's going. Gonna need to get some power as well. Momentarily. Here it comes.
Energy critical.
Yeah, I knew that was coming. Oh, okay, it's got railguns. It's got railguns. Oh, look at that, just did the ramming speed thing. Sorry, my movements in this camera are a bit jerky. I tell you what though, considering it's still repairable. You know, it's... I guess I'm quite lucky the hydrogen tanks didn't get blown up. Come on. Okay, well, yeah, as I say, that's not... I mean, obviously that's bad. Don't get me wrong. But, you know, we weren't moving. We were just a sitting target. 3 Reavers. You know, I think that's actually performed relatively well. I think let's have a look around the inside. Suddenly we're up the top here. We weren't up the top there before, I don't think. I think... Oh, get some energy. Okay, so yeah, I mean, those are intact. Those are, well, sort of intact, but not really. Okay, but the jump drives are still intact. Let's make a jump, shall we? Just for fun. And then we'll reload with the other. Ooh, gosh. Okay, there's a big hole there. Awesome ice. So, can we jump? And yes, we can. Right, so that'll clean up a lot of stuff. So, you know, it's bad, but it's not horrendous. You know, we can recover from that. That's a pleasant surprise, actually. And as I say, if I just had some interior turrets or I went out with a gunboat, I think I would be in a bit of a better position. Or even if it was just moving slightly. Okay, well, let's try the large grid one. Stand by. Okay, so it's a Reaver mutilator. And let's again just try and sort of point to it. It's only going slow. So quite a large one. There was the Havelock and oh, look at that. They must disconnect and then just interesting. I think they're going to end up inside the chocolate fish. So there is the Havelock and there was another one, which I forget the name of. Let's just follow it this time, shall we? Which, yeah, it would have been good to get one of those spawn, but this is just what came along first. Right, so where is the chocolate fish? It's kind of over there. Right. So let's do the same thing and just go invulnerable. We'll have a bit of a charge first. We will put the solar panels away. Just let's look at these fold up. I took some photos of these when I was doing the pictures for the blueprint. That's so cool. Yeah, didn't it? Yeah, it worked, but I just feel like there's a better opportunity to use folding panels than what I used them here. Whether it's a planetary based thing and they fold up at night, I'm not too sure, but we'll see what happens. Okay, well that's definitely getting closer, so we will shut the doors and see how we go against the mutilator. And it's a button. So again, we'll just bump that up so it can see us and turn it on. Yep. It does not like the antennas. Not at all. Okay, so it's quite deceptive, the size of this. I think it's actually quite large. I think the chocolate fish is bigger, but yeah, we'll see how this goes. I mean, it's certainly making me think a bit about the next series in regards... Oh, is that ramming speed? Ooh, it's going for the gunboat. Oh... Oh, there it goes. There it goes. Okay, well, again, that's pretty bad, but Is he going to launch another one of those things? Like it's teeth, or I don't know, what do you call that? It's going away. It's getting a run up. It's getting a run up. I wonder if... Oh, it's going to miss. It's going to miss. Interesting tactic. Didn't do very good that time. Oh, poor gunboat. Well, you know, this served me quite well throughout the whole thing, really. I think it was when I got rid of the gun and, yeah. Oh, okay. Again, it's bad, but it's not catastrophic. Now with the armor on here, I have welded it up completely for the blueprint, so it has got all the the grids, the metal grids. So it is fully. Oh, that's not a good example. Yeah, so it's all fully welded. Now I actually used the nanobot mod to help me out with that. Oh, is there something else coming? Mutilator and Slayer. Okay, what's the Slayer look like? So yeah, and I think that's got potential. You can pick a colour that you can choose a colour block that only it welds. So potentially with the next build, I could do like just a pink colour or something for all the armour blocks, and just have it automatically. Okay, that's a small grid. We'll see what happens. Yeah, and we could just let that do those sorts of blocks, you know. So I'd have certain things. Also, I think you can decide what blocks you want it to weld. So things like gyroscopes and this heavy armor, I just find a bit of a pain to weld. You know, it's a whole inventory load of stuff, or 2 inventory loads just for a single block. You know, and you're not really achieving anything by going slow, you know. But yeah, once again, this is not bad. It's bad. Again, let's not get it wrong. It's bad, but it's not horrendous. I mean, I think it's just lucky that they haven't got one of those hydrogen tanks yet. When one of those goes up, the aerial's still going, so that's Slayer. Okay, it may be that we just need to... Okay, the antenna's broken. Okay, what about if we just... Is that why it's holding back, maybe? Plonk you there. Now we'll see what happens. Yeah, it's just hanging around, and we'll see what the Slayer does. And then once that's attacked, we will... actually, I wonder if I can get a screenshot out of it. Might just stand by on that. It's coming in quick. Yeah, I mean, it's... I'm quite surprised. I had a bit of an experiment, as I say, off camera, and it did not do well, but I think it just was still potentially open at the back and got hydrogen tanks. But actually, that's quite reinforced at the back now, so... Interesting. I still think running away was the right thing to do, though. Right. Here comes the Slayer. And it's turned around. Yeah, it's just doing from a distance. Okay. Well, yeah, that's, again, can we make a quick jump? I mean, I'm not injured. Gosh, okay, that was not where I wanted to go. Ow, 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 ow. Okay, airlocks, airlocks, airlocks. Yeah, they're just peppering it with small fire, really. It's nothing too significant. Again, are we in a position to still escape? Oh, hang on. What did that say? Obstacle detected. Oh, we're still moving. Okay, we're going. We're going. Okay, well, that went badly, but I don't think we're airtight anymore. Can I get out there? No. Yeah, that went badly, but actually, that's not too bad. Alright, so I'm going to reload again, and this time no Reavers, and we'll have a go at landing this thing on the planet. So that was the next thing that I wanted to have a bit of a try, and yeah, back soon. Alright, so we are in orbit, or just inside the gravity zone. And what I was going to do first of all was fold up the solar panels, and that one there. And I'm going to put some landing gears on the back. So again, we're just in creative mode because there's nothing left to prove to anybody. So put one there, and we'll put one there, and one there. Yeah, that might have to do, I think. And then what I was going to do was put a parachute at the front. Stay there. And we'll load that up with canvas. I think I can take 25. Or maybe not. Okay, so that's that. We should probably deploy height. Yeah, 1,000 meters, that'll be fine. Auto deploy on. Okay, so, and then it'll just sort of whip us around, assuming, actually, I'll tell you what we'll do is change our mind on that. As soon as we find the right block. Come back, 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 come back. Don't know why that was so hard to pick up. Right, so let's put on the merge block. And tell you what, it's interesting having those solar panels folded up inside. There's all sorts of noises. Okay. So we can go 1,000 meters. Auto deploy on. That's cool. I think these are the only merge blocks, but we'll just be on the safe side. Call it parachute. Okay, maybe we actually change that to like 3000 and we turn it off. Yep, that'll work. Yeah, I really needed an entrance down here, I think. Never mind. Oh, and I just vented it. Whoops. Right, so let's go. So I'm going to do this and actually try and land it on its end on the lake. And then we might just do a free fall and see what happens. Just keeping it level, just using the thrusters that are underneath, I think it's going to pound into the ground actually. Okay, so we are up to speed. Okay, up here it's able to pull me back. Right, so let's go into here. So that way if we want, we can actually release it. And I'm going to put you all the way down the other end of the toolbar so I don't accidentally do that. Alright, away we go. So, I built a buggy. Now this was a question, sorry I can't remember who asked it. I built a buggy. Why did I build a buggy instead of a flyer to get down to the planet? So, I was always going to do a buggy ever since I started the scenario. I had other plans for the buggy, like I was going to land further away and have to drive a fair distance to get to home. I was going to do a cinematic, but more of a reveal that my partner was missing. There was a whole lot of things that I was going to do, which I didn't do. But I still had in my mind that I was going to do a buggy. The other thing I was hoping is that the hangar would have been flat, but the door juts up, because I wanted to drive out the side of it, you know, sort of do a big launch type thing. As I say, had all these plans, none of them came to fruition when it actually came time to come back to Earth, but I still had that thought stuck in my head. So for me, it wasn't until that person, sorry I can't remember who it was, actually, I'll just jump on the other computer and see if I can figure it out, said to me, oh, why didn't you? And I'm like, it was just at that moment that I thought, yeah, why didn't I? Let's just jump in, because we've still got time. And actually I can have a look at a few of the comments from last week. There's a few noises back there. There we go. Reading. No, can't find it. Yeah, so that's oh, we're getting there. We're almost halfway down. So yeah, I've already started actually work on sort of planning work on the sequel to this series. So that's not Special Delivery that starts next week. This is the sequel where we try and find my missing partner. And yeah, I've got a few ideas of what I want to do there, and it's probably going to take a while to actually build the scenario. So Special Delivery I've put quite a lot of work into, which we'll talk about very shortly. And because of course the published scenario for this was an afterthought, but I've actually done the Special Delivery scenario from the ground up basically, which has been a bit of a challenge, because trying to make it so it's interesting for me and a challenge for me, and I don't know all the secrets. So trying to randomize things. So the replacement series, the sequel series I should say, for Far From Home, so Far From Home Season 2, will take place on the Earth-like planet for the player, but will take place in space and on Mars for the ship. Does that make sense? So the player is on Earth, the ship is going to Mars. So I'll leave that thought with you. And yeah, so that'll be should be good. I'm quite looking forward to doing that actually. And I've actually got I've got a third, not saying that it's only going to be 2 series, there could be a third one, which is probably more a scenario to publish than a scenario to play for me. So I've had the creative juices going, and yeah. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to spin this and see if we can't stop it. Certainly the more gyros has helped. And let's just put the dampers on. And we are not stopping. Oh, this is gonna hurt. Okay, I need to go vulnerable so I don't get. Okay, did that make any difference? Oh, that made a difference. Still not over the lake. Well, 1 parachute. We might survive this. That's kind of flat ground there. As flat as it's going to get. As I can't see where sort of... Trying to move, but it's just not doing anything with the parachute. Alright, well, can we maybe just tilt a little? Okay, this is a little undignified. And... okay, we're down. Are we locked? Don't think we are. Well, any landing you can walk away from's a good one. Yeah, okay. So that happened.
Fuel low.
Right. What we might do is we'll have another go.
Critical.
Yeah. No, I definitely need a door down here. I keep going for it, but there's just not one there. Oh, okay, that's not working anymore. Right. Let's go and Let's just land there, shall we? Well, approximately there. So if I go like that. We have lost the thruster. And we're a grid, so I'm going to have to... Okay, that didn't work. Right, I'll reload. Back in a sec. Alright, so I think 10 kilometers up should suffice. Sure, we'll soon get up to speed. What I should have actually done is... Should have had Future Wellington looking. Okay. I think we'll just stick in this view, shall we? It's not slowing down. Here we go. This is going to be bad. Ooh, okay. That might not have been the right view. Actually, that's not that bad. Obviously, there's a minor hole in the bottom, but that's actually not that bad.
Fuel critical.
I mean, it could even just about be sealed, but not quite. Let's create a bit of a hole, but actually, that... Obviously, if I had my vulnerability turned off, wouldn't have done too bad. Okay, that's not... I was just expecting there to be nothing left. But I think, had it gone back first a bit, maybe taken out one of those tanks, could have been a different story. Alright, well. Guess there's only one thing left to do. $22, $21, $20, $19, $18, $17, $16, $15, $14, $13, $12, $11, $10, $9, $8, $7, $6, $5, $4, $3, $2, $1, 0. Okay, now it's bad. Right. Interesting, we've got low oxygen, but anyway. That one's still alive. Sort of. Alright. We will see you on a space station very far, far away. Stand by. And welcome to Space Station Alpha. Intergalactic Welders, Space Station Alpha. Just ignore those things flying around. Yeah, so here it is. Let's have a real quick look. There's stuff going on. These really are just props. There's instructions everywhere, which we won't go into detail. But yeah, this is the start location. And yeah, very strange part of the galaxy. And bit of a wreckage there. So it's got a kind of tutorial thing happening. That's why there's a space pirate over there buzzing around. Asteroids, they're going to be pretty important. And over yonder is a planet, the only planet, which has a moon around it, which is the alien planet and Titan. So yeah, this is the start, Alpha. And as I sort of say inside, you know, the point to this scenario is just a reason to go from point A to point B to point C, and to build a big ship as you go. So that's not it. But you're going to be picking up some things along the way. So yeah, looking forward to sharing this with you. I'm ready to start playing, but the downstream parts of the scenario still need a bit more work. So yeah, hoping to get the scenario all finished and all published on the day of the first episode, which should be next week. That's the plan. I could have pushed it and got it releasing today, but the scenario wouldn't have been ready, and I'm quite keen just to start the two together. So yeah, really quite looking forward to doing this. I don't know how long it's going to take. I feel it's going to be a longer trip than Far From Home, I think, because it was 25,000. This is potentially going to be longer. There's going to be more stuff to do along the way, and you're going to have to build big. But as I say, it's a reason to go from point A to point B to point C and build a big ship. That's what it's really about. Even though there's things to do, there are no rewards, there are no prizes, there is no timer, there is no clock, there is no manual, there is no well, actually there's several blueprints, but there's no blueprint of what you're going to make. Yeah, so I think it'll be good, and I think if you download and do it yourself, it'll keep you interested. And also that's what I'm hoping with the scenario that I've set up, is that it is a very basic scenario, but also it will have a bit of variety in it. Not a lot, but a little bit of variety that will make the series interesting, because I do feel like both Ares Colony and Far From Home in the second half of both their series has sort of been fairly mundane, has been very much just continuing on with stuff that's not been done before, but yeah. So anyway, that's where we'll leave it today. Hope you enjoyed this little short episode, and can join me next week when we'll get into this. I'll show you around here. That'll be the first bit of the video, which will also be kind of a bit of a tutorial as well for the scenario if you choose to play it yourself. But there's, as I say, there's screens all around here which tell you about things. A lot of them are just advertisements for the actual ships, because Intergalactic Welders is a shipbroker, and we're going to be working for them. So yeah, that's how it's sort of working, and yeah, so looking forward to it. So hopefully you can join me again next time, and until next time, as always, stay safe out there, everybody, and have a good one. Off you go, little pirate. See, it's actually telling you about pirates. That's why that's there.